Hello, welcome back to CinemaBurger's 13 Nights of Halloween. We bring you tonight the Netflix original movie, The Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. It's about a girl named Kelly who as a kid was a victim of nightmares and this creature who was like the boogeyman, and now she's babysitting a kid who is having similar nightmares. And it turns out there's a secret society of babysitters that hunts monsters. So let's dive in, shall we? Now, in this movie, certain kids have dream powers, so when they have nightmares, their actual toys come to life. So they show Kelly as a little kid, she's about 5, and as she's having bad dreams, like her toys come to life, like tentacles come out of the closet, and you hear like a creepy voice, and then it cuts to present time when Kelly is in high school now. Now, she's forced to babysit her mom's boss's child, even though she was invited to a Halloween party. Now, this kid, named Jacob, he also has, like, dream powers. So when he dreams, he has, like, an octopus toy or something, and it comes to life. There's, like, robot toys that, like, move. And now a creature comes out of the closet, and it's Tom Felton. Now, he is like the boogeyman, or they later reveal his name to be Grand Guignol. He's basically like the boogeyman. And he has some good prosthetics on. He's being funny and silly, kind of like Pennywise the Clown, but for children. And you can tell he's really having fun with this role. It's nice to see Tom Felton do stuff after Draco Malfoy. I'm sure he's gotten a lot of, like, fan letters and, like, things, and it's nice to do like a different role. So his plan is to use Jacob and his dream powers to create monsters to take over the world or something, or like make an army of monsters basically. So after Jacob gets kidnapped by these monsters called toadies, they're CG effects, and they're harmless. I mean, for children, this is a children's movie. This girl named Liz arrives at her house, at the house Kelly is babysitting at, and she is part of the Babysitter's Order. It's basically a thousands of year old order that hunts monsters, and many famous people over the centuries have been part of it. And there's this guide she has that shows hunting monsters, and she already has all the knowledge needed to handle the situation. Now, Liz is also babysitting a child which she carries with her, and they try to figure out what's going on. Now, this scene feels very much like Men in Black, R.I.P.D., things like that, where an ordinary person is introduced into a bigger world, and I like that aspect of it. Now, Liz uses, like, children's toys as gadgets to monster hunt, and that's pretty clever as well. Now, Grand Guignol also has powers to, when he sings lullabies, he can persuade children to do or what he wants, so it's basically like brainwashing. So he does that to kids. Now, there's kind of a plot point where Kelly is like really, really smart. It kind of plays into the movie where she can like do complex math in her head really quick, and she's made fun of for being a nerd. But that doesn't fully flesh out to become anything in the movie. It just used in like specific situations here and there. Now, Grand Guignol needs help from this other monster. It's like the Spider Woman or something. So she gets a necklace that she has, and is using Jacob and his dream powers to make this army. Now, he also apparently collected a lot of rare gases. It's a little confusing exactly the science behind his plan, but basically to take over the world. So when Kelly and the other babysitter agents, there's like a tech team back in the lab, and they help create gadgets and things like that to help Liz and stuff. They get attacked by the toady monsters as well, and they need something called Angel Fire. That's the only thing that can defeat Grand Guignol. Now they get what they need and send it to Liz and Kelly. And now there's also a subplot about Liz lost her baby brother when she was younger to, like, Grand Goudnal. And that's, like, her chip on her shoulder type thing. Like, she is a little jaded because of that. Now, the way they were setting it up, since Grand Goudnal keeps bringing up Liz's brother, I thought they were going to set him up to be the brother, but they don't. But that would have been an interesting plot twist. But they get the Dragonfire and they destroy Grand Goudnal in a somewhat anticlimactic battle in that sense. And they get Jacob back. And Kelly is happy to babysit, even though she originally didn't because she wanted to go to a party. And they kind of set up like a love interest for Kelly too, but that doesn't go anywhere either. And as Kelly keeps babysitting Jacob, she's learning more about the Babysitter Society and the Order of the Babysitters. So, yeah, that's the movie. It's made for younger children, so if you're a 31-year-old like me, you may not enjoy it as much as a younger audience, which is completely understandable. But if you're like 12 or 13 years old, which I feel like this is made for, then you gotta judge it based on that. So I give Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, it's made for children, or adults can enjoy it too, but there's not like adult jokes that only they will get. Everything is pretty PG. But there is one or two plot lines that kind of go nowhere, or kind of like taper off at the end. And the battle at the end is anticlimactic. But Tom Felton is one of the favorite parts of the movie. I love whenever he's on screen. He's having fun with this in a kid-friendly way. He's like silly and like evil, like PG evil. But it's appropriate in this situation. And I would like to see more from this universe. They set up like a sequel. I think this was based on a book or something. But it's one of Netflix's better kid-friendly movies. It's certainly better for children than a Hubie Halloween. And, yeah, that's it. Alright, so we only got one more movie left for 13 Nights of Halloween. And we're at the final stretch here. So I'm Scott Berger, and I'll see you next time.